All right, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shah, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shah, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shah. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba Hashem, Brakak Wadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles, a great millstone, who you learn this truth from. I'm going to say Shalom, the Bukarian, which means peace to the elect. Salak Ma Ka'ama from the Virginia branch, a great millstone. And right here, what I got is a picture. I'm pretty sure brother's seen it, but this is the new 20 pound dollar bill. I believe that's in the UK. I believe, if I'm wrong, Salakia. But it just shows the craftiness of who we know to be the devil through the Bible. And that's Ishah, Ishashua, these are all different names. But right here is the this shows you how these devils basically make a mock of us right in front of our face. Right here on this 20-pound bill or 20-pound note, you got I'm sure that's the Queen of England. But next to it is a symbol, but it goes twofold. It's a symbol for what they say it is, and it also is the 5G tower with radiation going around it. You can't really see it on the camera that good, but you just to get a gist of what it is, there's a video. You could look it up and find the video, and he breaks it down. But where his thumbnail is at, when his thumb is at, that's a 5G tower, and the circular pattern on the outskirts of it would be the radiation. And up top of it, you see some type of symbol, but that's the symbol of the coronavirus. That's the picture we see of the cell being attacked and all the commercials and the ads and tabs. It just shows you how this devil is. Just like on the back of the US dollar bill, he's making a mock of us, telling us that he wants one world order. On the front of the dollar bill, if you look in the left-hand corner, is it the left or right-hand corner, you put a microscope on it, you see an owl, the all-seeing, so-called all-seeing eye, another symbol of masonry. It's basically the devil's witchcraft, Well, I just wanted to get a couple scriptures right now. And, of course, laptop is acting up, but I got my sword with me, so I'm all right. The first scripture I want to go to is Job 30:8. It says, they were children of fools, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. And, from the beginning of who we know to be them, they were viler than earth. They were just wicked people, even prior to them being who they are now. When they were Cain, that was a wicked person, you know what I mean? And going back prior to that, the serpent getting people to do things that is not beneficial. Had Eve ultimately seduce Adam to take to bite into the apple, and we know that was spiritual. And nowadays, look how they're doing it. They're going to get people to take vaccinations, going to get ultimately people to take the chip that will mean their demise at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It means that it's over for them. There's no redemption for them once they take that chip. But, that's how they are. They I'll get that. They'll speak it like it's all good, and it's not. You know what I mean? But before I get that, I want to go to Genesis 25. Give me 1 second. This is Genesis 25 and I believe 29. Yeah, all right, real quick. I'll start at 28. It says, and Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. And we know we are Jacob, and Ishah is of the lineage of Esau. And Jacob sawed pottage, and Esau came from the field and was faint, meaning he must have been tired and hungry, you know what I mean, from being out in the field, because he's a field man. He's probably chasing down animals and doing all type of crazy shit. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. And Edom means red, Adawam means red. And what is one of our laws? Not to eat anything with blood in it. Meaning this pottage was red because it wasn't fully cooked, But Ishah, being such an impatient person and thinking that the world just should cave into him because that's who he is spiritually now. He couldn't wait. He wanted to eat it now. Henceforth, it gives an indication of who they are now, because how do they like their food? And Jacob said, "Sell me this day thy birthright." And Jacob means supplant, basically hustling. And that's part of spiritually who we are. Hey, man, you want something, you got to, cough something up. And Esau said, "Behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me?" And we know he wasn't about to die. He was eating every day, but he was just such a prideful and impatient and thinking everything needs to be, how he wants it right then and there. He sold his birthright ultimately. You know what I mean? He was such a prideful and impatient person, scoundrel, that he sold his birthright. And then had the nerve to be upset after he sold the birthright, So, back to this bill we see in front of us. That should let you know that you should never trust thine enemy, man, because they will. Remember, the scriptures say he was wiser than Daniel. These guys they have wisdom, but on the left hand side, to the point where they will put it in your face, and it's basically a slap in the face, because because they have the opinion that we're not bright, we're not intelligent, that we're just stupid. We don't know. One thing they used to say about us, because we're good in sports, that's how we got Sha'ala, we Prince of the Power. They say we could play the game, but we don't know how to play the game, meaning mentally we don't know how to play the overall game. That's why they feel like they could do stuff like this, throw this so-called virus, and then the 5Gs, which I believe is the reason why people are getting sick. Not the actual virus, but, regardless if I'm right or wrong, that just shows you the guile of this person, This is this craftiness of this guy, man. And as a matter of fact, let me get that now. This is, let me get this. This is Psalms 82. Let me get it. This is Psalms 82 and 2. It says, no, that's not. It's not 82 and 2. It's, give me 1 second. I don't know why, but there we go. I think it wants to. Oh, man. I'll get it. I know what it is. It's make sure I get it. Oh, 83 and 2 Salat. This is Psalms 83 and 2. It says, "For lo, thy enemies, Salat. It says, "For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and considered against thy hidden ones." And what is this right here? Is this not crafty counsel? Is this not making a mockery? Like, oh, we're going to put this right in front of their face, and they not going to know what's going on. The average Jake out here don't know what's going on, so they just out here just, spending the dollar, you know what I mean? So, this is part of their plan, This is part of who they are, to make mockery of us. It says, "They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, and the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." You know what I mean? And from generation to generation, we just lost sight of who we are. And, ultimately is of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, because can't nobody make a move unless he say so. But, this nation is a main reason why we are like that, and he's not going to be, Aishah's not going to be satisfied till he, does away with everything, even his own self, because he's just a vile individual, you know what I mean? But we know that what the end game of this is, and what is part of the end game. I'm just going to get a couple scriptures, because I had this video of this guy right here for a minute, and today, the Spirit hopped on me just to pull out these couple scriptures just to, keep us on point, keep the mind state on point of what's going to, go down, man. We can't lose foresight of that, This is Isaiah 14 and 21. It says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Because this can't keep going on like this. Because, if this was to keep going on, human existence wouldn't survive, because this devil is just such a madman that he will kill us. We're his number one enemy, just like vice versa, but to the point where he'll kill his own people, out of his pride, So we gotta remember that we got to keep an eye on the prize, essentially. You know what I mean? And this is proof that there's going to be, our heaven is going to be the kingdom. Like, there's no such thing as hell. That's another thing, that he's pushed, that, if you don't love one another, turn the other cheek, you're going to be going into a fiery pit for the rest of your life. And there's no such thing as, we're living in hell now. That's what I should say. And I'll get the scripture for that. This is Jonah, just to back that up, just to prove it. This is Jonah 2:2, and this is what Jonah says. Well, I'll start at 1. It says, then Jonah prayed unto the Yahweh his power out of the fish's belly, and said, I cried by reason of mine affliction unto Yahweh, and he heard me. Out of the belly of hell cried I, and thou heardest my voice. And if you read the rest of Jonah, he was delivered out of that fish. But that when he says out of the belly of hell, that's a circumstance, and who's living in a real bad circumstance? Aren't the children of Jacob primarily living in hell right now? Our circumstances real rough, man. No matter if we have a couple dollars in our pocket, we might have a physical ailment. We might have a mental ailment. You know what I mean? We might have witnessed a lot of, we might have endured a lot of pain. You know what I mean? Seen a lot of messed up stuff. So we catch hell in all different type of ways. So there's no such thing as hell. You know what I mean? That fiery pit is when the ICBM missiles hit, and Lord will we be of the men, we get risen through that and get to see all the demise of this devil's work and get put to an end through the sea of glass. And I'm gonna go to the Apocrypha right now. Telling you, man, every time I try to use this laptop, it starts bugging out. But I'm gonna go to First Maccabees, because there's nothing new under the sun, man. Nothing new under the sun, man. We could read an account that happened in the past, and we could line it up and use it as a parable today. This is First Maccabees 1:30, and it says. And it's just talking about the heathen, and spake peaceable words unto them, but all was deceit. For when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore, and destroyed much people of Israel. And what is this person doing right now? What is this vile creature right now doing, man? Regardless if it's a virus, or regardless if it's the radiation, or suckering people in the test to see if they got it, and they really implanting some type of sickness into them when they so-called being tested for this virus. What is he doing, man? He's destroying our people, and destroying his own people. If you jump down to 37, it says, thus they shed innocent blood on every side of the sanctuary and defiled it. You know what I mean? And what is he doing? What is he doing? He's defiling. And it's the crazy part. He don't realize that he's touching the apple of the Lord's eye. So he's got to pay for that, man. You can't change this story. It's already been written, Simple as that, man. Let me go to Sirach. And, I only got a couple more scriptures, but like I said, it was on my mind. Sirach 12 and 16. Right, and it reads, "An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood." Right. So they go on the news, they go on these commercials saying how they got to fight this so-called pandemic, and with the teary eyes saying, "Hey, please stay in the house. Please stay in the house, so we could kick this virus's tail." But what is the ultimate judge? I mean, what is the ultimate goal? Salakia. Does he want us in the house so he could continue to build these towers? Does he want us in the house so we can't see what's going on? And then we're Israel, so we need that sun for vitamin D, for strength. You want to stay in the house to weaken our immune system? You got to look at these things, It says, "The enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit." Right. They not having these board meetings around the round table up in these high buildings, talking about what's the next plan. What's the saying? Never let a good crisis go to waste, He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. Meaning death alone is not good enough for him. He wants to just keep on. He has a irresistible irresistible thirst for blood to the point where he can't quench it. That's the best way I should say it, And we just got to keep our eye on the prize, keep living righteously, keep having faith, try to hold these laws to the best of our ability so we could get out of here, It's now you got us to the point where some of us can't go out to the highways and byways to push the word. So we got to do it through the internet, man. It ain't going to stop, man. Because we got to remember, and I'm going to close out after this, but we got to remember who we dealing with here, and this is the scripture hands down to us knowing who we dealing with. And that's Job 9:24. It says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" And who has covered up the ultimate judge, Made us think for the longest that he's a little pale man with blue eyes and shaggy hair, man. So with that, I'm going to close out, but keep your eye on the prize, Akim. Until the next one, I want to say, call Lord Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rachach Badash. Double honor to the apostles, a great millstone who rule well and teach well. And I want to say, Shalom, little aquarium, stay focused, pay attention. Shalom.